stress. I want you try surviving on the public face, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They don't drive no fair with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows, one set of girls and banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Every picture you take and promise you make, everything you do is about clout. Then you come into me for I shake your hand, there's nothing to smile about. Corruption inside every sector, but when it comes to them, they send you. Try investigate efficiency, right? Go talk to Barretons too, cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. Fed up on the dirty water, low pressure, want scream and tell somebody. Imagine 1500 US and they're telling me super salary. I done fed up on the unemployment racism and the lie they say one Guyana. Cause when you look with the oil money going, circulate with one set of banner. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up.
Yeah, my name is Jasniti Kaldata from City, Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cup, and what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data. I have none.
Jesus Christ, if cost of living double, I don't know what happened. A pound of sugar is $300 already. Flour, everything gone up. Everything just raising. You gotta get about $40,000 for buy good ration. You gotta get 3 man now. A weekend man, a monthly man, and a fortnight man.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Su Jurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship? Nothing. He's a tenant in my place, yeah.
And he's a good friend of yours?
Yes, yes, he is a friend of ours.
Corruption, corruption, corruption. That's what it's about in Guyana. And those big fat cats, they want all of the oil wealth. They want all of your money, all of the taxpayers' monies. They give it to their friends and their cronies. And guess what? They push their hands in their wallet, and out of the billions that they steal from you guys, they throw crumbs at you. 2%, 3%, 5%. 10%, and they just dash it in your face and make it feel as though that is all you deserve, and make it feel as that is all they can do. Meanwhile, they give their friends and their cronies billions upon billions of dollars. They live this happy lifestyle, fancy gold ring, fancy watch. You know, they can't just settle for something like this, you know. $40, maybe $50 the most. Going on 10 years now. They can't do that, but they want to live a lifestyle. They walk in with your tax-paying dollars. They walk into a store and they buy a fancy suit for $5, $6, $7, $8,000. They buy a tie, not for $8, $10, maybe $15, $20 the most. They want to pay $300, $400 for a tie. Now, if they're working hard enough with their dollars, fair enough. You can't tell somebody how to spend their money. But when they're stealing your money, your tax dollars, and enjoying their lives, walk around with fancy suits, fancy ties, fancy shoes, not a $40 watch. They can't have something like this for 10 years. And now that's a fact. I'm not kidding. I've had this for 10 years, got it as a gift, still got it. It's still going. But Jack Deere and Irfan and the entire family members and their friends and cronies, they can't live like that. They're hungry bellies. Jack Deere is a hungry belly. Irfan is a hungry belly. And I really do mean it. Before he was installed as president, this picture was taken somewhere this picture was taken. And you guys see how things have changed now, right? I think this was just prior to him being charged 19 fraud charges, 19. And so he got into office and decided to, like you take a car into a mechanic shop and cut hair, slice down there, pick up hair, raise up there, trim hair, cut back the side, lift up the side, take a fork, lift it up. And that's what's going on with your tax dollars. That is what is happening in Guyana. I mean, this is not a joke. This is what is happening in Guyana. They're thieving your money. What more do you, what other evidence do you guys need to see and to be convinced that this is what they're doing to you guys? What more do you guys need to be convinced? I don't know what's happening. In Guyana, they rush now to hand out 10%. 10%, can you believe 10%? What can 10% do to hardworking people in Guyana? What can 10? Some may argue, even if like Donald Ramatar's daughter, they're living on cash handouts, compliments of the taxpayers, Donald Ramatar and those folks. So they can open their mouth and they can parrot all sorts of nonsense because they're comfortable. They don't have to worry about anything, at least not for now. Good jobs, good everything, you name it. And so when the ordinary people complain, it's as though they're standing up and taking their boots and stamp it in poor people's face. That is what is happening in Guyana. The 5% of criminals who are ripping the country off every single day are getting richer and richer and richer. And the 95%, regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of your ethnicity, regardless of whether you put Vaseline on your hair or coconut oil, regardless of whether you use whatever sort of cream for your skin or DD oil. It doesn't matter. 95% of the people are punishing in Guyana just to make ends meet. They get a GPL, they got to pay, they get water. You pay for GPL and you don't get light. But yet you got to pay the same amount of money on your bill or even more. And every minute, blackout, 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 blackout. Every single minute. Blackout, 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 blackout. You turn on your pipe to get some water. There's either no water or it's just sugar water. Brum, 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 brum. You drive on the road to come out from wherever you live. Okay, they rush to the building roads now. All sort of Katahar contractor. C-O-N. That's the key. Those are the three letters, C-O-N. Contractors. They do concrete roads now. That's what them do. Concrete. Take a look at this. Concrete. You just throw in cement. You dab them. Check it. This is according to the Chronicle. They say ongoing works on sections of the road connecting regions 8 and 9. And look what they get. Cement truck. Just dash plus cement. And that's it. It's done. About 2 or 3 inches. And this is not going to last more than 6 months, if that much. Nothing. And then when they paku people like this, then they say to, oh, look, Abiabil Road. They gave a contractor $200-300 million. You just go over to Ready Mix and get a cement there and sprinkle a little cement and take a big board and just spread it. And just spread it. And just spread it. Thieving out all of your money. Meanwhile, Irfan Ali taking all of your tax dollars. Not even 10% can feed the right side of Irfan Ali belly. Not even 10%. That there is at least $1.5 million worth of food every single month. And that's your tax dollars. Meanwhile, the ordinary folks, you can't get nothing. You can't get proper transportation to send your kids to school. And then when they go to school, there's no proper lab, no computer lab, no nothing, no science lab, nothing. Imagine when we were going to school under quarantine, whether Wellington Park, Alnis, or Winifred Gaskin Memorial, or Central, or Comprehensive, or we call it back then Compre, or Lower Quarantine at Bushlat Secondary, on the quarantine, or Tagore, or wherever, or Multi, or Bishops, not Bishops, man, sorry, Borby's High. Guess what? All those schools had proper labs. They had TD. How many of you know what's TD? And don't come and tell me about Jakes. By the way, how is TD Jakes doing? TD. Y'all know what's TD? Y'all remember what's TD? TD. Good night to all of you guys. I'm now looking in the letters, in the comment sections. What a beautiful night tonight. It's so mature in the audience. Everybody's just sticking. We're talking and no stupidity. Thank God. Hey, such a healthy discussion tonight. Such a healthy program. Wayne Caesar, how are you doing? Wayne should have been on to talk about the 10%, but he busy. I don't know whether they gave him his 100,000 cash grant or whatever, right? He's busy in the audience there. Good night to Wayne Caesar. Now, let me say to Wayne, man, Wayne has come a long way on this show. Out of the blue, Wayne has become a commentator. He's come a long way. While some people are afraid to talk, afraid to speak out publicly, Wayne isn't. We got to give Wayne credit for that. Wayne, thank you so much. I just thought I'd give it. I say that publicly because I see in the audience batting. Wayne says what? No foundation that will crack like salt biscuit. Okay. Good night to all of you guys. Carl Miller, how are you doing? And so let's get back to what I asked you guys about TD. Anybody know what TD is? Forbes Fraser, you could tell he went to community high school. Right? Forbes, good night to you. So, forgive me my little sense of humor, right? We're all a family here. We don't disrespect each other, but you could tell that Forbes Fraser went technical. He said technical drawing, TD. He's the only one that says TD. So that is why I'm almost certain that that Forbes attended community high school, maybe Manchester Community High School or somewhere in town. Right. Sharon James, how are you doing? Sharon James, long time, but good to see you on the program. Brenda Braithwaite, how are you doing? How are you, Brenda? Good to see you back again. Hope you enjoyed your vacation and all these things. Everybody's going on a vacation. Everybody's going on a vacation. And you know what? Those of you who are going on vacations, you deserve it because you work hard. It's your dollars. You work hard. You put aside your money and you go on vacation. But them pacus in Guyana, Jack Deere and them thieving out all your money, and they're traveling all over the world with your tax-paying dollars. That's what they're doing. And you know what? Then this is what they do to you. They tell you this is all you are worth. 10%. 10% out of 10%, let's say, the average people, majority of workers in Guyana, let's face reality, majority of workers in Guyana make less than. You know what? Less than. Majority of workers in Guyana make less than 100,000 Guyana dollars. And 100,000 Guyana dollars is equivalent to approximately 500 US. So could you believe that majority of Guyanese make less than 500 US dollars per month. Less than 500 US dollars. And if you do the math, 100,000, and then you add what? A little 9,000 on top of it. 9,000 on top of it. And then they want people to jump up and clap. Like what some of those police, that's what they do every year end. The PPP get them like pacus. Not all the police, but the senior ranks, they know who they are. I saw some of the sub-drinking senior police officers in the group there today. Let's go back to TD. What's somebody saying about TD here now? So PAC promo. Who's PAC promo now? Come on, Mark, because I know it is a technical drawing. So what's the meaning to you? Oh gosh, we got PAC. Who's PAC promo now, man? It's TD. TD is technical drawing. That's what it is. TD, technical drawing. And nothing is wrong with community high school. Some of the best students came out of community high schools. Technical, all sorts of things, carpentry, you name it, engineering, you name it. Nothing, but back in my time, you get the impression that only certain kids, because they didn't pass common entrance, they got to go community high school. Jagdier went community high school, but somebody begged for him, and that's how he ended up at Bladen Hall Secondary or something like that. So again, the impression is not that something is wrong with community high school. I'll never do that to you guys. Never. Whether some finish school or not, never. I'd never disrespect you guys. At least, no, I wouldn't do that. So nothing is wrong with community high school. Who is it who bumps race? PAC promo bumps race, right? PAC promo. He said, okay, Mark, PAC pull accrue formation. All right, yeah, it is. But so let's get back to the 10%. And again, let me make it clear, nothing is wrong with community high school. Absolutely nothing is wrong with that. So this 10%, breaking news according to Gordon Mosley. His news kept breaking news. So what's so breaking about this, Gordon? What is so breaking? Every single thing now in Guyana is breaking news. Breaking news. Irfan Ali got skinny. Breaking news. Patrick Yard agrees to the 10%. Breaking news. Mark Phillips sit down with people's suit, people money, taxpayers' money, skin in his teeth to collect another $100,000. Breaking news. Breaking news. This Paku got $50 million road contract. Every single thing now in Guyana is, guess what? Breaking news. Breaking news. They're doing roads now. What do you guys think about this road? Now, let's be serious about this thing here. Georgetown and other. One boundary. You know, look at this. Some of you are engineers in the audience there. What do you think of this guy? Is this Jamal Aziz or not? Is this what? What is this? What exactly is this? Is this road, or this is just a passageway to somebody's doorstep? I mean, I don't want to make it appear as though I'm just like, you know, lashing out, so to speak. What is this? Is this road? Dennis Beard, how are you? Is this road? Eva Mattis Garnett and Sandra Sargent and all of you. Is this road? Bantu King has it. It's a walkway. It's a walkway. Every time you turn is breaking news. Breaking news. Irfan got skinny. Breaking news. Patrick Yard gets eye surgery. Breaking news. Azad got kicked out. And you know who's sitting next to Azad there, right? All right. I know y'all know who's sitting next to Azad. And since Azad got kicked out, you know, every long rope has an end, guys. Every single long rope has an end. What else is happening? Breaking news. Guyana is a breaking news. But we're not hearing breaking news. This guy who, according to reports, killed a man who went into his yard, killed a man, according to reports, who went into his yard, and as they say on the quarantine, and to now we cannot hear that he has been charged for murder. And to now we cannot hear that. Breaking news, he hasn't been charged. Breaking news, the 10% is a fraud. Breaking news, the 100,000 is basically to rig the elections. Breaking news. That is what it is. Breaking news. What else is happening, guys? You know, I started the program, not even a good night, not even a nothing. My apologies. So I might as well say good night. Good night to all of you. All right. In the audience again, seeing what you guys going up. 2 Guinness, according to Bundari. 2 Guinness. 2 Guinness. I got to find out who is this Eva, man. Everybody, every night. Hi, Eva. Hi, Eva. We might as well just change this and call it Pen Pal. Anyways, let me say hi, Eva, too. Hi, Eva. Hi, Rita. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Linda. Hi, Donna. Good night. Hi, Savage. Everybody. Okay, so Savage Tish is saying here, what about the drunk driver that killed that boy and only got charged for DWI? The drunk driver. Yes, I saw that, but Savage said the drunk Indian driver. Last night we were talking about there's a different set of laws for different people. It is a fact. And now that driver probably drunk as hell, probably drunk more than Sheikh Baksh or one of those drunken PPP ministers, male, female, and you kill somebody on the road, and you just walk away with DWI or DUI. Sorry, walk away with DUI. It's just like the Mohammeds, them. I think somebody for them knocked down somebody, killed somebody on Mandela Bag. Nothing, not a day on the bench, no lockup, no nothing, no court, no nothing. Absolutely. That is Guyana. And then some of those same Mohammed people every day come, but oh, Guyana. And just imagine Guyana and Guyana and Guyana. Now you know about Guyana. Now you know about GPL and Guyana. Give me a break. You know, that's Guyana for you guys. Last evening we showed you guys this here, right?
Push one start out and break video.
And just pull up and start here and throw in the van. There's all these police just go on in this tongue here. Yeah. There's me phone. That's me phone. This is me phone. This is me phone. This is my phone. This is my phone. You can't tell me no nonsense. None I am by this. Come back now. Come back. That's me phone. What will you buy? I'm not a thief. 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 I'm not a thief.
It's so sad that the ordinary folks have to go through that, right? But they're rich and powerful. They could knock down anybody on the road, as we say, kill anybody on the road. They'll do anything. Bust the gun anywhere, anytime, whether in front palm court, whether where, whatever. And there's no justice. Nothing at all. Because of how the system is, the more money you get and you're connected to pacus in government, you walk scot-free. That's it. Walk free. You drive on the road drunk as drunk as hell. Kill somebody on the road, and that's the end of it. Or you rush quick to pay for a brockneck. How much is a brockneck, guys? Those of you who left Guyana long enough, y'all probably asking, what's a brockneck? Why does he always say a brockneck? What's a brock? How much is a brockneck in Guyana? Because that's all they pay. They go to the family, they pay for the wake, a little 50,000 Guyana dollars for the wake, and then they find out how much a brockneck is. And then they pay for the brockneck, and that's the end of it. You're done. You're done. It's done. The brockneck. It's done. Done with. How much is a brockneck now? How much is a brockneck? Tell me. How much is a brockneck? You guys who went to, who know about TD, how much is a brockneck? Now, Marcia Jackman, a brockneck is not 40,000. Brockneck can be 40,000. A brockneck got to be at least 200,000 right now. 210 to 250,000 for a brockneck. A brockneck. Somebody in the audience explain what really is a brockneck. Explain to those who have been out of Guyana for a while what really is a brockneck. What is a brockneck? Well, all over, not just one funeral parlor has brockneck. Sandy's has, Merriman's also has, and Lykin. Is it Lykin? And then there are other funeral parlors. They get brockneck. Brockneck is about $200,000. Troy James, a brockneck, 10,000. I don't know. Is that what you're saying? But a brockneck is basically coffin. Brockneck is coffin cousin. And so what they do, Michael Paddy, is coffin cousin. A brockneck is coffin cousin. You take a little thing and you put it together. The guys who did TD could tell you all, right? And so these folks, these These rich, so-called overnight rich people, whether they get money through money laundering, gold smuggling, cocaine, whatever, and they turn rich. They feel they're powerful. They could do anything to anyone on the road. And when they do that, guess what? They pull out their money, they pull out their phone, call some corrupt senior police officer, and that's the end of the matter. It's done with. Go to the family, and if the family is lucky enough, then they get a broke neck. They break the people's neck on the road, and then they go to the family to settle with a broke neck, coffin cousin. That's what's happening in Guyana. Guyana can never be a real place under the corrupt PPP regime. We saw lots of positive changes under the coalition government. We saw that. Let's not fool ourselves. Let's not run away from that. Let's see what Ras Ricardo is saying. Brother Mark, would you mind encouraging the opposition to see that Barra Jagdeo being made to step down and pave the way for an investigation into Sugate? Ras Ricardo is always with us right here, but I know Ras Ricardo come with this corval here now. The opposition can't make Jagdeo step down. The opposition trying the thing, everybody in the opposition trying the thing now. Parties courting other parties, small parties courting small parties, and both of them in the same position. When you're courting somebody with power. I noticed AFC courting Anog. Guyana is so comical when it comes to some of these. You see some political courting, you want to know what's going on. It's just like a man pull up with a go-kart, say, but he courting somebody in the village with a go-kart, a donkey cart, right? You pull up if you want to from a political position. Let's talk a little. Sorry about that, guys. So the AFC is hustling the Anog. Anog ain't get nothing. Anog ain't get no support. Anog ain't get nothing. Nothing to bargain with. Absolutely nothing other than some stressed out people. The new chairman, stressed out. He had his problems with malpractice allegations and so forth and so on, right? And AFC gone courting them. Hey, sorry about that. I'm sorry I had to say it like that. Hey, so let's get back to some other issues, some real issues, mind you. Let's get back to not the road. Certainly not the road. Do you recognize, some people deeds catching up with them. Y'all recognize this individual? Do you guys recognize this individual? Do you guys recognize this individual? If you recognize, well, the one in the blue shirt, sorry. Do you guys recognize this fella in the blue shirt? Deeds. Yep. Not even a 10% could bring him back. Deeds. That's what it is. What PM? Postmortem, you mean? Carl Miller? PM. Take a look at this. This is today, Take a look at it. Look at the difference. What's going on, guys? Take a look at this photo. Then take a look at this one. All the money that they get right now, taxpayers' money, can't even bring them back. All the money can't even bring them back. Desiree Chapman, please, don't do that to me. My name is Mark. His name is Mook. There's a difference. He is Mook Phillips. Mook. That's what's going on there. All right. So, hey, there's something else that I want to discuss with you guys. Something else, right? Something else I want to discuss with you guys. It's not about the 10%. Hey, take a look at this. The guy behind, we'll get to, and no, That is not that guy that used to be on social media, Facebook. He used to talk, but that is not Gavin Matthews in the blue shirt. So please do not ask whether it's Gavin Matthews. It's not Gavin Matthews. Well, I don't think it is Gavin Matthews. All right. So somebody inboxed me early in the day and asked whether that's Gavin Matthews. It's not Gavin Matthews, or at least I don't think that it's Gavin Matthews. But the guy at the back of Irfan Ali, look, right at the back there of Irfan Ali, he's always all over the place, all over the place. And he's supposed to be a businessman. That's the guy at the back of Irfan Ali. That is the guy, I believe, he is the guy who sued Kadaki Amsterdam. But everywhere, whether they're there cricket, whether they're there Baroom Bar, whether they're there wherever, he's always up under Irfan Ali. Always up under Irfan Ali. Always, every single time. And we have to wonder why. Can somebody tell me why, please? Can somebody tell me why? I'm seriously. Somebody could tell us why. Why? I don't know what's going on in that place. But if Kadaki Amsterdam is watching, he can see that's the guy that sued Kadaki Amsterdam. That's the guy who sued. Somebody said that's not Gavin Matthews. Well, I don't think it's Gavin Matthews, but somebody called me earlier and asked me if I'm like, I don't think that's Gavin Matthews. Why would you call me and ask me if that's Gavin Matthews? But that guy up under Irfan Ali. Something comes to mind. Something comes to my mind. Here's what comes to mind.
Me love you, love you, love you. Don't you know me miss you, miss you, miss you. And me want to kiss you, kiss you, kiss you. Yes, me love you, love you, love you.
All over
Yes.
with Irfan. All over.
I really don't understand why some people shun love and affection. Good loving is so hard to find. So when it comes by, don't treat it unkind. Not me, I ain't complaining. Give me all the loving. I want me man run me day and night. Kill me with love that is alright. I want me man up under me all night. I want me man up under me.
That I mean, everywhere Irfan goes, that guy is there with Irfan. Every single where, all over. We might as well sing, I want you want him man up. I don't know what that song is saying, but when it's related to this photograph, but every single, if the neck cricket, he did it. If Irfan the toilet, he did it. If Irfan playing bingo, he did it. Anywhere is what going on. Is what really going on in that country? I don't know again. But let's get to this guy. And again, that's not Gavin Matthews' guy. It's been confirmed. It's not Gavin Matthews there. But this elderly, and that guy is supposed to be an ex-policeman, you know. That guy there is an ex-policeman. But look at what's going on. Irfan Ali doesn't have any time, no respect at all, none whatsoever, to stand properly and shake the man's hand. Stand properly and shake the man's hand. He can't do that. He wouldn't do that. This is disgraceful. It's a disgraceful picture. You know, it's a disgraceful picture. You know, I like when I see the alarm goes off. The alarm goes off in Trench Crapo. The bombs raise. The bombs raise. So somebody send that there's Granger bowing to, right? You know, the bombs raise. But look at these Pacos. Look at Irfan. Taxpayers' money buying all sorts of things for them right now. Taxpayers' money. They came into politics like paupers. Poor, 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 poor. This is how he came into politics. And look at him today, disrespecting ordinary people. Stop for a quick minute, say hi to the guy, take his photograph or whatever. But no, he's not going to do that. He, Irfan, feels that he's powerful, he's high, and he's mighty. Look at how he spoke to that youngster, that young reporter guy, who probably gone into hiding. We never heard from him since.
How old are you? I am 28, sir. And where do you live? In Kitty. You own your own home? Not as yet. Applied for a house lot? Not yet. Well, sit down. You're not participating on the enhancement of your own life. At 28 years, you should be making better life decisions. Think about it. Thank you.
28 years, Irfan Ali was at probably, he was shining shoes. He was building Jagdir's house, mixing cement blocks. That's what he was doing. But yet, they get into positions. They become so powerful and so arrogant that they can't speak to people properly. Look at, somebody said that that's Hugh Todd. That's the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I don't think that is Hugh Todd, guys. Come on, y'all are making joke with me in the audience there. Somebody said that is Hugh Todd. It doesn't. Well, it could be Hugh Todd, but is that Hugh Todd? Somebody says it looks like that guy looks like Hugh Todd, but I'm almost certain though. He's an ex-policeman. Hugh Todd is not an ex-policeman. But I'm almost certain that Paul Slow knows this individual. And if Mr. Paul Slow is watching, maybe he can send me a text to give the name of that ex-policeman who is bowing. It's either he's bowing or he probably drank Epsom salts or something like that and couldn't control himself. And we could understand. And I hope that's exactly what he did. But to have such a handshake, it's really, really horrible. But these folks do not care. They just don't care. What else is happening that you want us to talk about? What else is happening? Brenda Casey is saying that Irfan Ali, Brenda Casey is saying, we're not getting to Brenda. Brenda Casey is saying air fraud. Well, she addresses him as air fraud. Yeah, air fraud. Air fraud Ali lacks compassion and respect for everyone. Well, you can't lack what you do. Obviously, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have it. You know, Irfan Ali is really hand to mouth. Get placed in a position through fraud and corruption. That's all. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Yeah, I'm reading some of your comments, and some are funny, some are not. But that is what's happening in Guyana, guys. So what do you think of the 10%? What do you think of the 10%? As we move away from air fraud. Simons is saying Ali has already stepped out of his range. Of course, he's never been in range anyways. His range is low life. That's what it is. So nobody's bowing. Nobody's bowing to anybody there. In fact, the man probably is under pressure, bowel movements, and we can understand that. Something odd about this photo. Something is, of course, it is odd. Just passing through, you want nothing to do with nobody. And that guy's an ex-police. That guy is an ex-police. He's not Utah, guys. Please stop saying he's Utah. He's not Utah. All right. So, what's your take? What do you guys think of this 10%? What's your take on this 10% according to Gordon Mosley? Breaking news. All public servants to get 10% retroactive. All public servants. Read more about it. Don't forget, go on to the Village Voice. Read more about it. Read more about it. Ian Harry says bootlicker. Bantu King says arrogant or uneducated and arrogant Ali Rabba. Francine Cruz says the old black classless police is bowing to dirty classless Ali. Good. Marcia Jackman is saying here, Mark, talk about Mayamati, Rauli, Ralph Gonzalez with 2020 elections in Guyana. They put PVP in government. Well, the PVP was installed. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. No if, ands, or buts about it. No if, ands, or buts about it. No if or ands or buts about it, guys. None whatsoever. All right. This appears to be ex-policeman Gavin. See, his name is a Gavin. And maybe I misunderstood the person when they said Gavin Matthews, but they probably meant, and by error they said Gavin Matthews, but it's Gavin Boyce. I'm told that it's Gavin Boyce, ex-police, it looks like. So if it's Gavin Boyce, well, this is an embarrassment. Shame. 10% embarrassment. A $1 trillion+ budget. $1 trillion+ budget. Again, let's go back to what you guys think now about the 10%. I'll be reading your comments. What's your take on the 10%? Please, guys, what's your take on the 10%? Do you agree with the 10% or not? I noticed somebody saying is Colin Boyce. Colin Boyce, whoever Colin Boyce, somebody say yes, Mark, it's Colin. Oh, Colin Boyce, not Gavin. Right, okay. Colin Boyce, not Gavin Boyce. I wonder if he used to be in the black clothes. He looked like one of them black clothes death squad banners in the police force. Right. What's your take on the 10%? Mary Figueroa. How are you doing, Mary? Mary is has been listening to us for donkey years. She's saying 10% is garbage. Is there anyone in the audience, anyone who thinks that the 10% is good? Feel free to say it. It's okay. But let's do a poll on the 10%. How many of you guys, or what's your take on the 10%? Just one word. Describe the 10% increase of public servants. Describe it. Go on, guys. Describe it. Ingrid Downey saying not good. Rita Clark is healing Mary Figueroa up. Right. What's your take on the 10%? Now y'all talking. Bonita Parker, insufficient. Paulette says crumbs. That's how we pronounce it on the current TV too. Crumbs. That's what it is. Crumbs. 10% increase for house and rent. Richard Small says shameful. Cloud Denise Booker says trash. Ian Harry said 10 cents on a dollar. Rajan Bim says it's an insult. Michelle Lampkin, sorry. Napkin. Kanji people gonna come for me. So Michelle says it's a joke. Jamal Aziz says Granger gives 77% in his terms, and Irfan and PPP government cannot match that. So true. Guyanese Patriot said with salaries public servants taking home per month, the increase is BS because the taxman is waiting. Valdine Kendall, maybe from Evesham or Epsom, says nothing. Francine Cruz, gone back again. Classless people do classless things. Well, Francine, you have a point. Francine is on a roll tonight. Laverne Joseph, fine change. Mortimer Ballers, it's an insult to the people. Bantu King, 10% beggars cut. Ray Andrews, awful. He sounds like an Englishman. Awful. Ice Queen Spears, Oliver said manure, right? Wayne V. Caesar says, after taxes, nothing. Cloud 592, disgraceful. Karen Clark on all them programs. Because, you know, we have a early morning programs that folks can watch and get a little nice little preaching and wake up and start your day off on the right side. From 5 to 6, we have a morning program now. Check it out. Religious. Eva. Karen Clark says can't even buy gas. 10% we're talking about, guys. You're not seeing me, but, and then some folks texted me here too. 10% is an insult. Shameful. Can't the public servant get rid of Patrick Yard? Oh, shucks. Patrick Yard. Eva Mattis Garnett says, should have been more. With an oil-rich country, shame, shame, shame. Insulting. Ann Lewis says, insulting and disgraceful. Paul Henry says, I did not gonna accept that crash. Okay, Paul. Let's see what Paul says here again. I did not gonna accept that crash. We got you, Paul. Loud and clear. We got you. And let's take time out to say hi to all the folks at iFlat. We got you, Paul. Claude B. Ram says, that's disrespectful and embarrassing to public servants. Jomo Nkrumah says, gross insult. Jamal Aziz says 10% is more punishment. Rita Clark said they should not have accepted that. It's a waste. Charlene Jordan, not even chicken feed money. Sabish Tish. Those are the things the opposition should have been highlighting on all social media platforms. David Granger gave more without oil money. So true. Annette Cummings. I almost said it's Annette Ferguson, but we don't see Annette Ferguson now at all. She don't come on the program and say, hi, good night. Or she gone in the hiding. Well, she writes and sometimes you see her stuff in the Village Voice. Good night to the folks over in the Village Voice newspaper. Annette Cummings says 10%. The PVP is heart. She forget less. Heartless. Mary Ann Hamilton says 10% is joke. Bantu, despicable. Audrey Fraser, the tax man and the market waiting. 10%, Annette Cummings, heartless. Marcia Jackman, 10% for small, minor people in the PVP government. Alethea Lane, disgraceful, I pass public servants. Francine Cruz, I'm back here now with Aubrey Norton. Francine Cruz now saying, Aubrey Norton, you need to stop frustrating your supporters and join the coalition. What kind of thing is this here now? We're talking about 10%. And Francine Gan now beating out at Aubrey, saying, Aubrey Norton, you need to stop frustrating your supporters and join the coalition. We must defeat the PPP criminals and jail them. Jail them. What coalition are you asking Aubrey Norton to join, Francine? But anyways, let's go back to the 10%. Michael Paddy, I bet the 10% also applies to ministers and MP. Of course. Of course. I ain't seen enough of that. We got to see enough of them opposition politicians. They got to say something. They can't hide up. They got to peep. Because when the PPP were in the opposition, they abuse out and the salary, the increase in MPs and parliamentarian stuff. They cry, but it took all of the money. And then Jagdeo complaining that the 5 months impasse, the 2020 elections, the ministers and MPs were collecting money illegally. But he didn't tell his own supporters that he was also collecting money illegally. They didn't say that. But yes, getting back to what Michael Paddy has mentioned, yeah, all of them, every one of them, Annette Ferguson gets you 10%, Coretta McDonald gets you 10%, Aubrey Norton, the opposition leader, gets his 10%, all the MPs getting their 10%, all, every one of them, Kathy Hughes getting you 10%, Patterson getting his 10%, all of them getting their 10% increase. But look at you guys. No one is agreeing with that 10%. No one. Maurice Sukraj, how are you, sir? When cost of living has doubled, tripled, even more, that is heartless, shameless, and careless. Thank you, Maurice Sukraj. Point well taken. Melissa Junior, he should have used only 10% to buy his gala shoes. You know, people are going through lots and lots of hardship in that country. But you see what happened? The friends and families, they'll go to Christmas parties, lavish Christmas parties, millions upon millions, hundreds of your millions of your tax dollars. Watch some of them going to drug lord Christmas party, all sort of things they're doing. Anthony John Harris gone with a long thing, Genesis, Eden, Adam, Garden of Eden, Black Jesus, Gihon River, flowing, Kush Nation of Africa, Romans 9:3. All right. We got the message, Mr. Harris. Carl Miller, 10% doesn't do much to move the needle. You can't even go around the cathedral with 10%. Ask Jagdeo if he could go back around the cathedral with 10%, or Kwame. Somebody just joined us. Candy saying hello. All right, so that's what's happening. Nobody is supporting the 10%. Absolutely no one is supporting the 10%. In Jamaica, let me just use Jamaica as an example. You know, we didn't see Rhonda Lane tonight. Where's Rhonda Lane? Yesterday was her birthday. Was it yesterday or Sunday? Yeah, Rhonda. Had fun. We're not seeing Rhonda now. If you do see her, just say good night. But 10%, and nothing for the small man, nothing for people. In Jamaica, you know what? By tomorrow, thousands of people would have hit the streets and demand their fair share. To say if the corrupt politicians can enjoy the oil wealth, the corrupt politicians and their family members and their friends and cronies can enjoy the oil wealth, why can't you, the citizens, throughout the length and breadth of Guyana, why can't you guys enjoy that too? But no, The PPP doesn't want you to enjoy it. So around Christmas time, they're going to throw crumbs. And that is exactly what the 10% is about. That is what the 10% represents. Crumbs to the people. It's a shame and it's a disgrace. What is also a shame and disgrace is that Patrick Yard has agreed to that. Patrick Yard has agreed to that. You know, what a shame. What a shame and disgrace. Shame on Patrick Yard. And Edgil, according to information, Edgil has spent over 4 million tax dollars at the Pegasus. Over 4 million tax dollars. His so-called special church. Because, you know, Edgil has a church, right? Over $4 million we're hearing. Over $4 million. These people could be for real. These people cannot be for real, my friends. They cannot be for real. That is why one thing you got to do next elections, you got to ensure that you vote these vagabonds out of office. Vote the vagabonds out of office. Vote them out of office. But it looks as though some of them very small opposition parties are more concerned of running and grabbing, and this is a show thing to grab and see how many other small, tiny, insignificant opposition, or so I would even call ANOG an opposition party. ANOG is just a group, it just deb out. I wouldn't even call them an opposition party. Anyways, I'm gonna pack up. I'm gonna get out of here. Lincoln Lewis is going to be on tomorrow. Lincoln Lewis should be on tomorrow. Same place, same time. Rhonda Lane, we haven't seen her, but she celebrated her birthday last Sunday. Happy birthday, belatedly, Rhonda. And a couple of other folks, if you're celebrating your birthday, happy birthday to all of you. We haven't seen Sean Ben in a while. He celebrated his 71st birth anniversary, I think last Friday or Saturday, I think maybe. 71st birth anniversary to Sean Anthony Ben. So you guys, whenever you see him, you can wish him a happy birthday as well. But here's where we'll say goodbye for now. We'll be back tomorrow. Same place, same time. Same place, same time. Francine still cussing. Francie all day. I don't know what's happening. All day, cuss. Tomorrow morning from 5 o'clock in the morning, Guyana, New York time. It'll be 6 o'clock Guyana time. There's a 1 hour program. You guys will find it interesting. Prayers, whatever it is, and good talk, solid talk. Tune into that program, Pastor and his wife, tomorrow, right here on 107.1 FM. Pastor Greenwich and his wife are going to be on tomorrow morning from 5 a.m. But I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow, same place, same time. Let me go and get at least 10% rest. God bless you all, and God bless that beautiful country. See you guys tomorrow. So long. Thank you so much, Lemon. Appreciate it. And to all of you, thanks again. God bless you.
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata, Francis Vietnam. And since 1965, I become a voter. And I always place my X next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by 1 vote, they're losing it by data.
Oh, Jesus Christ, if cost of living double, I don't know what happened. A pound of sugar is $300 already. flour, everything gone up. Everything just raising. You gotta get about $40,000 for buy good ration. You gotta get 3 man now. A weekend man, a monthly man, and a fortnight man.
How we gonna do a body man walk right now? You ready? Fuck, so let me go now. Hear me sing now. Body walk, body walk, body walk, body walk, truck, body walk, body walk, body walk, body. Listen, body jump, 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 hear me sing, so big body can't wear it tight pants, big body jump.
There and fabricate that. Unless you say who the person is, I can't comment on anonymous people.
Okay, well, let's talk about specific individuals. What is your relationship with Mr. Sujurong?
Su? Oh, Su? My relationship? Nothing. He's a tenant in my place, yeah.
You said valid votes counts, votes cast.
Imagine 18 hours of blackout, and you're telling people progress. Cost of living gone up 100%, yet you give public servant less. Mr. President, listen to the people, search your soul and you will confess. I want you try surviving on the public base, then you're gonna know but stress. Cause I done fed up, you done fed up, he done fed up, she done fed up, we done fed up, the people fed up. You're hiding corruption inside the cup, look how evil set up. The people fed up. They done drive no fair with the citizen. They may want the people speak out. Freedom of speech done gone inside the gutter. Knock off when you open your mouth. Discrimination in entertainment, and you're talking about one Guyana. When the Ministry of Culture keep the big shows,